Hey guys, welcome back to Space Engineers. I went for quite a hike. I actually hiked about 7 kilometers that over there somewhere. I was on the top of one of these mountains. I think I was over that way. You can't see it because it's on the other side of that mountain even. I wanted to scout out that direction because I realized that solar power is a huge problem here for a few reasons. I think we're pretty far from what I've discovered. The sun goes this way, so that's the west. That's the east over there somewhere. And we are pretty far south from what I can tell, like in the southern hemisphere. And so the sun never gets above where it is in the sky. It stays very low and it's barely above those mountains. Now, I want to have my base be pretty reliant on solar power because I have not found a lot of uranium just lying around. I did check a couple of rocks and stuff. I actually forgot to bring my drill out this time. I just had my grinder and my welder because I forgot to bring a drill with me. So I didn't get to check the one rock I found. I haven't even found very many of those rocks. I found a couple of them. And what this means is I don't think this is actually a viable base site. The reason I've been going off for this walk is because I'm waiting for my grinder ship to recharge. I did add more solar panels, as you'll see in a second. I put them on rotors so I could get them more directly facing into the sun because they were only getting about two of those little bars. Even when the sun went, like I said, this is noon, and that's about as good as we get. And I was over on the other side of the mountain. Mars is right behind there. You can't see it from here, but I did see Mars over there. So this is very unfriendly territory anyway for the rover, like I've said. But I was thinking I did a little bit of scouting at the crash site, and it seems like there's some fairly gentle-ish hills over that way. And I'm kind of thinking about going back there, getting the rover with some supplies in it, enough to build a couple solar panels and stuff, and head to the north. When we get back here, we'll probably be able to see the route that I'm thinking about trying to take. Because, like I said, I think we're missing out on... We already have a short day here anyway. Because we're pretty far from what... The planet doesn't really have a pole because it doesn't rotate. But, I mean, it's basically always winter here is what it comes down to. So, it's a terrible place. I wish that there was like a mapping system so I could actually tell. So there's our crappy base. What happened to my ship? What happened? Did the base run out of power overnight? Well, that's something. That's gonna be... It doesn't look like... We might have lost a thruster or two. It doesn't really look like it's damaged, but... that adds a whole nother wrinkle, like, to things, flipping this back over, because it has no thrust this way. I guess I could temporarily try to slap a couple thrusters on. I don't even know if it has battery power. I guess it has, like, one there. I can't see the other battery. Ship? Oh, yeah, they changed the key bindings. It's got, like, one full battery. Am I gonna die getting out of this? Oh, okay. That did a magical thing. I don't know how that worked. But what the hell happened? That's pretty much what had to have happened. Well, we'll leave it where it is for now. It's fine, I guess. Let's get back in it and just make sure the batteries are turned off. Just so that nothing unfortunate happens, like they drain themselves, because I need this ship. Well, that adds to the importance of the rover. How did nothing get damaged? It's so weird. I mean, I thought this battery had like a kilowatt left in it or something. It's still docked, it says here, too. Yeah, it is still docked. That's still great. That is weird. Well, we'll leave those batteries off. Let the base battery charge up. Maybe I'll just come back and it will magically be back where it belongs at some point, too. I guess that explains why it's not damaged. This is going to be terrible. It's just going to explode, probably, when I undock it. Oh, why does this game have to be funky? Like... I don't even know what to say. Well, I'm going to head back to the crash site. Like I said, I'm going to grab that rover, I think, and we'll go scout some stuff. I'm going to grab a tiny bit of... I actually brought the uranium over here. I might as well bring my drill, too. I brought the uranium that we got from scavenging those missiles. I'm going to grab like 2 uranium for the rover because it does have reactors on board. And, well, I was thinking about flying that thing back over, but I'm just going to leave that and hope that it just snaps itself back to where it belongs on its own somehow, magically, while I'm gone. Because otherwise, I am not a happy camper right now. That's going to suck if I can't leave ships docked, because that's kind of my whole strategy for getting them powered up. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to go grab the rover. We're going to try to drive, see how much flatter and nicer that is. The rover's parked like somewhere over there, so if we can drive up here, get over this plateau, I'm hoping the mountains are less severe when we get to at least the far side of that mountain range. And if we can do that, then we should have a lot more sun and a lot more solar power and all that. So I'll be back once we're underway. Alright, so I slapped an ore detector on the side of this thing. Apparently there's magnesium down there. That thing, the reactor finally ran out of uranium. I do have like 20 something more units back there. I have a couple in here. It means the assembler is shut down, so I couldn't build as many solar components as I wanted to, which is unfortunate, but I think we can make do. How dark? It's pretty dark. I don't know if this is a good idea to try to go out at night. I don't know how good my spotlights are really going to be, but this thing is heavy as hell, which is probably bad. It's already handling pretty piss poor. I don't know why I thought this was going to go better this time. Like, I think the platform's kind of glitchy, so hopefully that's a good amount of this. Why can't I even turn? Trying to turn. Can't really turn. Ugh, come on, turn. What am I possibly stuck on? I'm on a flat platform. Why am I rolling backwards? That doesn't even make sense. You know, I kind of wonder how much of it has to do with the extra wheels. Let's adjust the wheel settings. I really need this thing to work. And the wheel settings are just, like, I wish that friction just kind of made sense and stuff, but it kind of doesn't. I don't understand how you're even supposed to adjust that. That makes really no sense to me. But let's up the strength a little bit more. I don't know if that's good. We'll just leave everything at like 30%. How's that? How is that? Wheels are just friggin' complicated, man. I have a feeling the friction is probably still too high, but if I turn it down, things just go crazy. I should really set a group for these, so I don't have to keep searching, because I have a feeling I'll be adjusting these a lot. Alright, wheels. Let's reduce the friction to like 20%. See if that's any better. I know that friction being too high makes very bad things happen, from what I understand. I cannot get this to turn. It didn't used to do this. This is a new wrinkle in things. It used to turn. I wonder... This is probably a terrible idea. Probably not the best idea I ever had. Oh my god, that just makes it go insane. But it kind of seems like... Oh god, stop. It kind of seems like everything makes this thing go insane. I hate rovers. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna say I hate rovers. They're the worst. They just don't work well. I mean, I'm sure I didn't really build the best rover here. But at the same time, like, let's up the friction on the steering wheels to like 50% to try to get a little more oomph from them. I may have not even adjusted. I don't even know which wheels are which, frankly. They're probably the last wheels on the list, aren't they? Let's go ahead. Do this. Show on the HUD. Why do my wheels not show up? Do I have to turn on the antenna for that to work? The antenna is definitely on. Why are you not showing on the HUD, wheels? Well, that's a freaking problem. Ah! Okay, they show on the HUD when I'm not in that vehicle. That makes sense. That totally makes sense. Okay, so it's wheel 3x3 7 and wheel 14. 3 and what did I say? 7 and 14. Yeah, wheel 7 and 14. That's reasonable. Wheel 7, steering. Wheel U, no steering. No steering. You both need to be... I think that's front... That was front left, right? I'm going to assume that, I mean, it kind of doesn't matter that much, but... Let's get this sort of figured out. That's damned irritating, man. Okay, so you guys should all have your friction down to like, let's say like 25%. Let's increase the friction on the front wheels up to like 50. And let's give all the wheels 40% power. See if that makes any difference. This is such a bad idea to do this in the dark too, man. You really, like, you gotta turn, man. You just gotta turn. You used to turn. What happened? It's so weird. I'm gonna try something drastic here. Hopefully everything doesn't explode in my face for doing this, because that would be unfortunate. Because if basically it means if this doesn't work, we're gonna have to go back there and figure out what our problem is. Can I just like deactivate the wheel? Well, let's grind it all the way down. I'll leave the suspension part there for now. Just get rid of a couple wheels. Because I kind of have a feeling part of the issue is just that I have too many damn wheels. And we'll just dump that crap in there. That's why I usually don't figure this stuff out on camera, because it's just like me messing around. Should probably put some more lights on the sides of this thing too. Still definitely, yeah, it's a little more steery. A little more steery. I guess that is part of the issue. I should have used the 5x5 wheels with as much as this thing weighs, I think. Alright, really, platform, like, you gotta let us go. I know you're friendly and all, but I gotta get off this stupid platform. In one piece, mind you, which is always something kind of fun in Space Engineers. That's a bigger hill than I thought. Alright. We'll back up the hill. I don't even care. I just want to... Come on, you piece of crap, Rover. If there's a hill greater than like 2 degrees incline, this thing just cannot do it. I understand I'm kind of asking a lot of it with the weight, but we need more power, and I want to just get to a point where it won't roll, because the brakes are terrible. Control panel, wheels, more power. Oh god, we're rolling. We need more power. Don't fall in the hole. That was the hole where I had to fix my broken wheel before. Okay. We can get going that way. It flattens out, and life should be a lot better. Alright, we're roving. Come on, you can do this. No, you can't. You can't do this. Alright, let's try to slide sideways here again. Give us a second. And I'm going to up the power even more in the back wheels. control panel. These are the rear wheels. We need more power. 80% power. Go. Come on, little beastie. It flattens out pretty much immediately up here. Okay, I think we're good now. I think we're going to be roving. I have the speed limit set to like 30 kilometers an hour because things go insane enough as it is at any speed, really. I'm probably not going to drive too terribly far in the dark because it's terrifying. There's a lot of nickel around here. It's weird. I find so much nickel, but I really haven't found any iron yet, and we definitely need... Well, we don't really need iron. We have a whole ship back there we can scrap. Mainly, uranium is the main thing that I want to find. If I find uranium, we're stopping and getting it. But I'm just going to be roving for a little bit, see where the winds take me or whatever. I think I'm going to try to go up this way. Yeah, this is a lot better this way. The ground isn't as... I don't know if you want to... Like, it was almost like fractured back there. I guess it was like faults or something like that. I don't really know, but this seems a lot more reasonable. So hopefully we can get to the other side of that mountain ridge over there is what I'm trying to do. And I'll keep the camera rolling just in case something terrible happens. But I'm feeling like we might have this rover business down. Maybe this is the way we'll be transporting the parts of that ship back here if this thing performs well enough. I might make some modifications to it when we have a chance. Like, I'm really considering adding those bigger wheels because I feel like they would work better. And it would be nice if we could get this thing hooked up to a real reactor so it could actually charge properly, or like, because the batteries are not fully charged right now. But apparently we're only using 1% of the power. We're using a lot less than that. The wheels seem really efficient, so I guess that's good. Like, I thought the engines, the atmospheric engines were doing well, but this thing seems even more efficient, which I suppose it would have to be because it's not really holding anything aloft. It's just driving us. I almost feel brave enough to up the 30 kilometer per hour speed limit, but something terrible will end up happening if I do that. I have a feeling. Let's get in the cockpit because we're actually in a spot where we can... Yeah, look at that. I feel like I'm really doing something here. This is what I imagined roving to be like. We just went the wrong way. Alright, well, I'm going to drive for a while, I think, and see where things take us. Like I said, the goal is to get around this mountain. The sun is starting to come up, which is good, because I'll actually get an idea of what kind of sunlight we're getting to wherever we're going. I'm hoping, like, that way that I went, it was just endless mountains forever. So I'm hoping this is more of a plateau, plain area that we're heading towards, and we can do a little better. I'm going to go online and do a little bit of research on settings for wheels, too, because they still feel kind of funky, but we're moving. That's what I care about, and it seems like it can even climb pretty well with the power setting. I had to put a lot of power into it, but I don't know what that even matters because it doesn't seem to really use any electricity anyway. So anyhow, I will be back if anything happens or if we reach somewhere interesting. Oh, there's Mars. We got a little bit of a view of Mars over there now. We're getting around this mountain finally. I can't really see it out of this window. It's Mars. I gotta say, I've been thoroughly enjoying my little rove here. It hasn't even taken that long, and we're already almost 4 kilometers away from the wreck site. It's definitely not as fast as flying, but I guess I'm kind of used to the horrors of walking everywhere, so compared to that, it feels pretty good. I'm kind of aiming for this... Hopefully there's a little valley here, it looks like, a little break in between these mountains, so I don't have to go up too much. What do we got here? These rocks sometimes have valuable stuff in them. Silicon. Ugh. I've been keeping an eye on the ore detector as we've been driving, and it's all just been crap I don't need. We're going way too fast. Why are we going so fast? Don't flip. Don't flip. Why did that happen? Whew. Okay. That was scary. I got going a little too quick there. So anyway, we're going to keep going this way. Having a view of Mars would be nice. I would appreciate that. It kind of looks like there might be a way through this valley, so you're just going to keep on roving. Well, I wanted flat, and I found it, so we can make up some pretty good time over these snowfields. I'm still going to try to find a more interesting place to build a base, but we can make pretty good mileage over this. Like, we're over 11, almost up to 12 kilometers away from our start point. Things are so much more pleasant driving out here. I was even going almost 100 kilometers an hour down some of those hills because I felt confident enough in the flat snowiness. Like, things actually handle pretty nice out here, actually. Just like when the terrain gets bumpy, the physics just break. And that's pretty majestic. We got a Martian... Oh, I ran into another cliff. We got a Martian eclipse with its moon over there and everything. It's very pretty. Glad we can see Mars from here. I don't know what the other planet is. Like the alien world, I guess. Oh, God. Who knows where the alien world is, but that one is definitely red, so can't tell right now, but earlier it looked red. Well, that was almost not good. Let's not do that. Well, I'm going to try to head over this little hillside now that we're around this mountain. Because if we could have a view of the planets plus have decent sun exposure, that would be ideal. And heading north is the way to go to get better sun exposure, I think. So, going to keep on. And now that we're out in the flats, it's a little bit easier. It's going to be a long way to get back to get my grinder ship if it's even going to function anymore. Well, once we get a decent base set. Why does that moon look so blocky? The moon of Mars looks like just a square. Why are we sliding so bad? Don't I have snow tires? That's gotta be the friction that's doing that. Oh man. Get a little slip and slide going there. Alright, well, I'm going to end things here for today. I'm going to keep on roving. I'll be back next time. Hopefully we'll have found a base site. Thanks for watching.